How can you justify that? How can you justify that aside from all the other living, cost of living expenses?
For lenders, it is a bit of a numbers game.
So lenders are saying that you've got 14 days to sort it out or we're going to repossess your home. Since the cost of living crisis exploded in 2021, mortgage rates have doubled. This has left some homeowners with repayments they can't afford. I came to Bradford County Court to sit in on housing cases. I expected to see lots of private renters being evicted by their landlords. But what I saw instead was homeowners who have fallen behind on their mortgage payments and risk having their homes repossessed by their lenders.
Ali, you're here today because your lender, Topaz Finance, have been trying to repossess your home.
That's right.
Why? What's happened?
Okay, so I've had some financial difficulties. I'm self-employed, and because of COVID, because of the financial crisis, my business took a turn for the worse. It impacted my finances, and I couldn't keep up with my mortgage payments. My mortgage company carried out a possession order or applied for a possession order through the courts.
And Ali, what's happened to your interest rate recently?
Well, as I mentioned to you previously, it has actually doubled up, right? Doubled up. How can you justify that? How can you justify that aside from all the other living, cost of living expenses, right? That are taking a toll, taking a burden on the common person. You're now heaping them an extra 100% towards a mortgage. That's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Ali is a mortgage prisoner. His original lender, Bradford and Bingley, went under in the financial crisis. He is now on a high interest-only mortgage with a company he did not choose, Topaz Finance.
I never chose Topaz. Topaz chose me. Why? I never signed up to that, right? So, I'm being forced to associate myself with a lender who I know nothing about, right? How fair is that? I don't get it, right? So now I'm having to go by the rules, the regulations, the terms and conditions set by Topaz. That's unfair, that's unjust.
Ali is not alone. More and more homeowners are falling behind on their mortgages. According to the Bank of England last year, the total value of arrears jumped by 50%, and it's still rising. Citizens Advice Bureau's housing solicitors at Bradford County Court says this has really ramped up their workload. I've just been sitting in court with a young woman who was too upset to be interviewed. She's 36 years old and she might lose her first home. That's because last year she lost her job working in a warehouse for a major supermarket. She fell behind on her payments. She's since got another job, but she's still in debt. Her bank are a major building society nationwide. The government has told banks they're supposed to support customers who are in arrears, but in this case, it doesn't seem to have happened. She's just £3,000 behind on her repayments. She says she can make them moving forward. The judge sided with her. Her lender wanted to take her home away. I asked the lawyers here if this kind of thing happens a lot. Taslim, I was quite shocked that the bank in the hearing we were just in wanted to pursue that young homeowner to take her home away, even though she was only £3,000 in arrears, which she's trying to pay back.
Yes, it is extremely unfortunate given the fact that it was her circumstances that led her to be in that situation where she had lost her job. She didn't do anything herself to lose her job. It was circumstances beyond her control.
So on top of the fact that she's having to pay a mortgage that has gone up because of interest rates, and is trying to get herself back on track with a new job, they also have now charged her for coming to court.
Absolutely, when that could have been avoided, this matter could have been dealt with administratively.
For lenders, it is a bit of a numbers game. Human emotion kind of goes out of the window. People are just struggling to pay rent, to make their mortgage payments. Interest rates are all-time high. If you're not on a fixed rate, you're in trouble really. Mortgage payments have been going up month on month, and that's seeing a lot more possession claims being issued.
As a first step, when a mortgagor gets into arrears, they should try and learn to understand why they're in arrears, what's led to the arrears in the first place. Is it a loss of job? Is it just temporary financial difficulty? They should, by the pre-action protocol, what that says is that they should be sending a letter of warning, but also taking steps to try and understand the reason for the arrears. What I've seen with some clients is they've had a letter saying you are in X amount of arrears, and it's finished by saying if you do not pay this in 14 days, we'll issue proceedings. Now, you know, of course, anyone who's on a modest income cannot just get...
Wait, let me just get this straight. So lenders are saying to people who have fallen behind on their mortgages that you've got 14 days to sort it out or we're going to repossess your home?
Usually what happens is they'll instruct a firm of solicitors to do it for them, issue a warning letter, and yeah, it could be along the lines of you must pay £2,000 of your arrears in 14 days or else we'll resort to possession proceedings.
As the election approaches, no political party has suggested a solution for rising mortgage costs. There is a huge disconnect between what I heard here today at Bradford County Court and what is being discussed on the election trail. Inflation may have come down, but the cost of living crisis is very much still raging on.